We now continue with Sean's exclusive interview with Senator John McCain and Governor Sarah Palin.
Senator, your life story is you spent 5.5 years in the Hanoi Hilton. I think what I read, almost every bone in your body has been broken, and you've been tortured. And by the way, one of the reasons you don't use a computer, they ran that ad, is because of your war injuries. And you cannot lift your arms above your shoulder.
Yeah, I can do better than that.
Okay. But think of how this war has been politicized through the prism of your experience in Vietnam. The leader in the Senate, Harry Reid, said the surge has failed, the war is lost. Dick Durbin compared our troops to Nazis. John Kerry said our troops are invading Iraqis' homes in the dark of night, terrorizing women and children. These are verbatim quotes. And Barack Obama said they're air raiding villages and killing civilians. So my question is, what is that's poisonous rhetoric, but it goes on. What does it mean? How do you stop that if you're elected president and vice president?
Well, we'll show them victory. The American people understand what's at stake here, and the American people have rejected that. And a lot of voters will be making a judgment. When the majority leader of the Senate declares the war lost, then a legitimate question is who won? Al-Qaeda? Who won? So these comments have been reminiscent in many ways to some of the rhetoric that was used during the Vietnam War that harmed our veterans so much and harmed their ability to come all the way home. Words matter. Words matter. And when Senator Harry Reid declares that the war is lost, while young Americans are over there putting their lives on the line, that's not right.
All right, last question. Tell us a little bit more about your relationship as it has grown. And I want the inside story about how you decided to ask Governor Palin and how that conversation. I got you together, so I want both versions before we let you go.
I really was looking for someone who could shake things up in Washington and reform. And very frankly, there are some good, very wonderful people out there that we had to consider. But I saw this as a real breath of fresh air that would sweep across America. Give people inspiration, which Sarah Palin has, which it would excite our base, but most of all that Americans could look forward to reform the way we do business in Washington and restore trust and confidence. It's not an accident that Sarah Palin is the most popular governor in America. It's not an accident that she has given the people of Alaska money back, that she has cut spending, and that she's done the things that we need to translate to our nation's capital.
Governor, your side of the story, when did you really begin to realize that Senator McCain was seriously thinking about selecting you as VP? And we know you said you wouldn't blink, but as that process was, when did you think this may happen?
Oh, really not until we were face to face and I could look him in the eye and see that seriously he was willing to offer this challenge to me, this responsibility that he asked that I would take on, and of course I was so happy too. But for these years I've been a big fan of his because of that independent spirit that just courses through your veins, and that's made me admire him. And I knew it was confirmation, it was right on, that I was to support him when early on in the presidential race he had you'd said something in the newspaper that was controversial, imagine that, about what was going on in the administration. It was independent is what the tone of his comment. And I had been asked about it up in Alaska by the local press, and I said, oh no, he's spot on, we don't need to keep going down that track, something that the administration was going on. And then I got a call from a Republican member of Congress, and he said, yeah, I understand that you're thinking about supporting McCain. Doggone it, let me tell you about the hell he's put me through with earmark reforms. And I said, right on, that's confirmation. He is the guy that I'm going to support.
Well, polls are tightening. You got Zogby 2 points, a 2-point race today. You got Hotline as a 1-point race today. CBS has a 3-point race, and it's even tighter among likely voters. Do you view yourselves as underdogs?
It makes us work even harder. It does.
We're the underdog. She was an underdog when she took on a Republican incumbent governor.
I'm the underdog against Alan Colmes. So.
That's right. I was the underdog throughout the primary. As you might recall, many declared our candidacy dead. We are glad to be in the underdog role here. It excites and motivates our supporters. It gives independents another look at us, and I'm very happy with where we are, Sean. I couldn't be happier.